Another week has gone by, and we just have version 2024.26.10 pushed to our 2023 Tesla Model X. And this has full self-driving version 12.5.1.3. We're still waiting on vision-only driving monitoring with sunglasses, and a lot of people I know are waiting for full self-driving with their Cybertrucks. So let's take a look at some of the other stuff we have here. On 26.3.1, we have YouTube Music and Amazon Music. Looks like another game, Castle Doombad Classic. Let's see, parental controls. Navigate to sub-destinations. That's something that's fairly recent to me. And let's see, weather forecasts. Your vehicle's status bar now shows the local weather conditions alongside the temperature. When air quality is poor, your vehicle also shows an AQI symbol and index value. Tap the temperature on the touch screen to see details about your local weather forecasts, etc., etc. Sounds interesting. Scheduled charging and preconditioning. We've had scheduled charging for a while, but they've added some features. Looks kind of cool. Maybe we'll take a quick look at that. Security improvements. Let's see, other updates. Let's see, game. When in auto, the fan speed may now automatically lower to reduce the sound of ambient noise during a phone call. Pretty cool. Zoom meetings now default to full screen when your car is in park. Okay. Controls search now, surfaces, climate-related features, and navigation when searching for an address. I have no idea what that means. I think the only thing I might want to take a look here is at this new schedule. And it's actually kind of cool because now you can actually go in here and you can hit the plus and schedule a new session. Say, for example, you want the charge to start at 4 a.m. and maybe end at, let's say, 6 a.m. And you only want that to happen on Fridays and repeat it every week. You can create this schedule, and Monday through Friday, you can have several of them, and you can toggle them on and off. And you can also delete them. I use this schedule charging feature quite a bit, not because we have different rates throughout the day. It's because when I go on a long distance trip and I'm leaving early in the morning, sometimes I'll need the 100% to get to a supercharger. So what I'll do is I'll schedule the chargings in such a way that it'll finish charging to 100% just about the time I plan to leave. And that way the car won't sit around at 100% data charge, and I'll get a little bit further distance on my first leg. My big test today is to see if they've done a better job recognizing signs, and also if they do a better job of regulating speed control. And once again, we're on a gravel road through a subdivision. And Tesla has designated the speed limit as 30. And the max on the car is set at 32, but it's driving slower than that. Okay, it's starting to accelerate. Looks like it's going to bring it up to this speed, which is faster than I want. So I'm going to bring it down to 25. Wow, so far it looks like it's doing a better job of matching the speed that I'm setting with the scroll wheel to the actual speed of the car. It's a little too early to tell, but let's see how it does once we get out here on the pavement. Line corner here. Slow down nicely for that. Okay, that's good. It's regulating the speed a little bit better. Okay, we have a right-hand turn onto a paved county road. It's a fairly narrow road, and I have an obstructed left view. It stopped at the stop sign and it's creeping forward. Nobody coming. Okay. And it has it's thinking a little bit about the speed. It says the speed limit is 30. It's driving 24. The speed limit through this section right here is actually 35. Okay, we're making a right-hand turn. As just as we go around the corner here, there is a speed sign. And you'll see it right here. It's 40 miles an hour. It did not pick up the speed. And I'm going to scroll the wheel up. I'm going to move it up to 40. And let's see if it will go to 40 all by itself. Now, granted, I'm in the chill mode, so it maybe is a little more chill than what most people would want. But right now, the speed limit is 40. It thinks it's 30. It's driving 28. And when I get in this situation, the only thing you can do is just essentially put a little bit of pressure on the accelerator pedal. And let's see if I bring it up here to 39, 40. Okay. Attention monitoring unavailable. So maybe my brim here is causing that one. Yeah, well, I'll have to hold on to the wheel. Okay, intention monitoring is back. You can tell it's watching the eyes because of the green dot. And if you wear a hat or sunglasses at this picture point, if the camera doesn't see your eyes, then you're required to have your hands on the steering wheel. Okay, we're coming up on the state highway, which is 65 miles an hour. This will be a left turn, unprotected left turn. It is stopping before the stop sign. I'm looking to the right. There is a car coming. It's creeping forward a little bit. That's good. It's completely clear from the left. So let's see how it handles this. I'm just going to sit here for a little bit. Speed limit is 65. I have my max set at 68 and it's driving 62. So it doesn't seem to be any change here. This is a completely straight road, good markings. Once again, I'll apply the accelerator. I'm going to bring it up manually to 68. Let off on the accelerator. Let's see if it'll stay there. Okay, doesn't seem to be much change here. Okay, we're coming up on the small town of Etna, and the speed goes from 65 miles an hour down to 45 in a fairly short distance. It's actually 35 right here. That's the 35 sign, and it is using regen braking. And coming off of speed, coming from a higher speed to a slower speed, it seems to go ahead and set it up. And I have a car behind me. Let's see. So it's got the blinker on. It's pulling over. Let the car pass. That was pretty good. Let's see where it stops on its own here. Okay, we're at our destination. It says autopilot navigation complete. I'll put on the brake, and that'll complete the first leg of this drive. And right now, the speed's going to go up to 65. You can see the sign off to the right. I didn't read this the other day, and still not reading it. But I think it's using GPS space because I come down the road. Let's see how long it'll be. There's nobody behind me before it changes to 65. Still has not changed. I'm looking in my rearview mirror. Okay, still not changed. Okay, so we're gonna have to roll this up to 65. And we'll use the accelerator to bring it up to speed. Okay, just shortly here, we're making a right-hand turn back onto a county road, going from a 65-mile-an-hour highway to a 40-mile-an-hour county road. There's the turn. And you'll notice here it starts to accelerate. Let's see how fast it gets up to before it realizes the speed limit. There it goes. It did see that 40. In that case, this case is driving 42, oncoming car. Let's see if we both move over a little bit. That's good. Yeah, that handled that pretty well. Although it's dropped down to 38 miles per hour now. I agree. 42 is probably a little too fast for this county road. Okay, we're coming up on a left-hand turn. We have to yield to oncoming traffic. Blinker is on. Slowing down nicely. I'm looking both ways. It is clear. And just as we get to the crest of this little hill, the speed changes to 35. Let's see if it sees the sign. Wow, accelerating. It did see the sign. And we'll be making a left-hand turn off of the county road onto a gravel road. Now, there is a speed limit sign just as we round the corner here. It says 30 miles per hour. And as you can see, it did not see that. It's still showing it as 35. So I'm going to go ahead and manually scroll the speed down. Well, it's interesting. It just can't see some of these speed signs. I don't know if they're not in conformity or if the cameras don't have enough high resolution. I just don't know. I have an oncoming car, and it's moved over, and our car's moved over. Nicely done. Well, that's about it for this video. I'm not seeing any major changes in the software revision, at least for this little test loop that I'm doing. I'm just getting a little more comfortable with the way it drives. But when I stop and think about it, it's pretty much driving the same way as it did in the last release. So this is it for this video, and make our way back home from here.